Traditionally, the witch has been a figure that's been shrouded with a lot of negative connotations, mostly through societal and legal and for religious reasons. But for me, a witch is a woman who has a lot of knowledge, and knowledge makes women powerful, and I still believe that powerful women are secretly really quite taboo.
Jam the third door, and you bring your megaphone, and you shout to people, come through, now's the time, come through.
The witch that I've set up is the Women in Technology Creative Industries Hub.
Welcome, thank you so much for coming here. It's a platform to celebrate women and non-binary at the intersection of creative tech and science.
For the past year, maybe nearly year and a half, I've been curating monthly salons, and I recently curated an entire floor at the Tate Modern for the Uniqlo Tate Lates.
Good afternoon, my name is Bishi and welcome to this webcast. I'm going to be live looping my voice on my RC505 and recording in layers of my sitar. Sit back and enjoy.
The women who inspire me is definitely Hedy Lamarr, Wendy Carlos, and that's much more on the tech side. I really admire Holly Herndon. God, there are so many of them. Daphne Oram, Delia Derbyshire, those are witches of the past. Well, one of the great things about doing this project is I keep meeting really interesting women and non-binary folk who are doing really extraordinary things with tech. And it feels like there's a real growth and a real momentum happening around it. It's really exciting to have an idea or to have a feeling over where there's maybe something amiss in the cultural landscape, and to have a very clear vision as to what you want that to be, and then to watch something grow. It's been a really beautiful and exciting experience. My relationship to tech has definitely been dominated by confidence issues, and when I've been going to lots of women in tech groups and going to different conferences and different meetups, there's definitely an issue around women and technology and confidence. The way the Witch Network began was, it started as a Tumblr account, and then I got introduced to Debbie Malin at the B.I.S.H.I.D.O.C, and that's where I really honed in what the format of Witch was going to be. We've had really formidable guests, everybody from Imogen Heap to Mira Calix to Animatronic, and as I'm raising money to put towards witch festivals, there's a whole lineup of other really fascinating women in non-binary in tech.
Belonging in the unbelonging. When I perform Shade, I'm asking you to understand what it feels like to belong in the unbelonging.
there is something about the B.I.S.H.I.D.O.C, the looping and the sitar, and to be able to perform and move. It feels really good, and it feels less like I'm doing karaoke. I think I was always a producer, and then I did some session work for Tony Visconti, and he was the one who encouraged me to step forward as a producer and to call myself one. The first EP that I'm putting out in this trilogy is called The Winds of Fate EP, and it was made in response to a performance where I collaborated with an interactive wind harp. That's when I first started working with my looper. I just completed a residency in New York for an art space called National Sawdust, and it's called Bishi, the Good Immigrant, and it was inspired by The Good Immigrant, which is a collection of essays edited by B.I.S.H.I.D.O.C, where 21 Black, Asian and minority ethnic writers ruminate on race and identity in contemporary Britain today. And I was inspired by that to compose and again co-produce a song cycle inspired by the collection of essays. And I went and I interviewed several of the writers of The Good Immigrant, and then I sampled in these quotes into the fabric of the music. And that's the first time that I started using the B.I.S.H.I.D.O.C and the looper and the sitar together.
Your shade is an industry. Your shade is a token. Shade is a passport. Shade is a cage. Shade is a status.
We take other. She's my mother. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Fighting for a light inside the shade. Inside the shade.
All I can do is keep on keeping on. Keep sailing my good ship. Human colour is the colour I'm truly interested in. The colour of your feelings. May the size of your heart and the depth of your soul be your currency. Welcome aboard my good ship. There's no need for a passport. There are no borders. We are all citizens of the world. Whatever shade you are, bring your lights, bring your colour, bring your music and your books, your stories, your histories, and climb aboard.
Thank you.